Hey guys, it's Holly, and in today's video I'm going to do an in-depth review of the Global Healing Center Liver Cleanse. So let me start off with being completely honest about this. I am not the typical audience for this kind of thing. I really in my life have rarely restricted myself when it comes to my diet. I don't really like cleanses, I don't like fasting, I just don't like feeling hungry or deprived in any way. Some people really thrive on that, but I'm just not one of those people. So the reason why I'm doing this review is because they reached out to me. They offered to send me their product for free and give me money to do an honest review after trying it out. So I thought, you know what, you can't go wrong. I love that they didn't tell me I had to say something positive about it. They just wanted me to share my experience. So that's what I'm gonna do. I started it about a week ago, and I've given myself some time just to see anything through, if you know what I mean. And I think that at this point I can give you a really honest review of how my experience was with this liver cleanse. So let me start off by showing you guys exactly what I did when I was considering trying this out but wasn't quite sure. I went to Google and searched the name of the company, Global Healing Center, just to see what kind of reviews they receive. And obviously I was looking for reviews that were not on their website because it's a little bit easier to make sure that they're genuine when they're coming from other places. So I see that on Yelp, actual physical stores have great reviews. Trustpilot gives them a 9.3 out of 10, which is pretty good. So I didn't see any red flags there. It seemed legit enough to me. Then I also talked to my friend Lauren, who is a naturopathic doctor, and she's super awesome. And I said, look, I'm considering trying this out. It's 5 days long. I'm kind of intimidated, but I just want to make sure it's not going to have any adverse effects on my health, on my digestion, or on anything like that. And she said, you know, after reviewing kind of what it was about, that it definitely couldn't do me harm. So she said to go ahead and try it. Getting the green light from my friend, who's a naturopathic doctor, was a huge plus. And then also I spoke to another friend. She's more of an acquaintance, but she's really awesome and I trust her word. And she said that she tried it out and she was floored by what ended up happening. And I guess I'll go ahead and share that now. She said that during the cleanse she felt so much energy, was totally surprised by how good she felt. She felt like her skin cleared up, and then she also said that when she went to the bathroom at the very end after the 5th day of the cleanse, tons and tons of stones came out. So I was thinking like, whoa, what do you mean tons and tons of stones? Does everyone have tons and tons of stones in their liver? What's this all about? Obviously the next thing I did was Google liver stones. And interestingly enough, besides all the gritty pictures, which I'm sure you guys will be very entertained by, the very first article that comes up says quackwatch.com and says the truth about gallbladder and liver flushes. So I clicked on that, read the whole thing, and basically it's somebody saying this is a big hoax. Like all those stones that are coming out are really just a result of the different ingredients that you're, taking in this certain order, and blah, 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 blah. Now, it's very hard to know if these are naysayers that are just trying to push the agenda of modern medicine and get people off of natural supplements and natural remedies, or if they really are just telling us the truth. So I thought, you know what, there's no harm in me trying this out. Armed with all that information and the products that I received in the mail, I set out to go to the grocery store. So let me cover what I got in the mail first. These are the 3 items I received. The first one says Lateroflora, and it is designed to help maintain a healthy digestive tract and repopulate the intestines with transient beneficial bacteria to help support the immune system. That's what it says on the back of the bottle. I also received this bottle, which says Oxy Powder. It is designed to safely and effectively cleanse the small and large intestine using time-released nascent oxygen. And to reduce discomfort associated with occasional constipation, nascent oxygen promotes general digestive health. Who doesn't want general digestive health, am I right? Not health, health. And then the last thing I received was this bottle, which was full. I have already consumed it. It's called Livatrex, and it is an enhanced blend of powerful herbs that support detoxification and normal function of the liver and gallbladder. This was basically my holy grail for the 5 days of the cleanse. So the first thing I did was look at what I needed to go buy at the grocery store. They say that you should be able to perform the liver cleanse while you're still working or carrying on your normal activities. They do recommend that you start it on a Tuesday because Saturday is going to be a rough day. No matter who you are and no matter how great your metabolism is, it's just a rough day. It's when you do all of the crazy stuff. Well, for me, the whole thing was crazy, but we'll get into that a little later. So armed with this packet, I went to the grocery store and just stocked up on lots of healthy foods. This is not too rare for me. I love vegetables, I love fruits, and I incorporate them all the time in my diet. The thing that I wasn't used to was cutting out all gluten and all dairy. So it was rough. And another thing that was strange for me was only eating one type of fruit. So if you started off your day with watermelon, you eat watermelon the rest of the day. You can eat other things, but no other fruits other than the watermelon. So that was kind of strange for me. But yes, I bought watermelon, I bought apples, I bought grapefruit juice, broccoli, garlic, more zucchini, what else? Carrots, limes, lemons, all kinds of fresh food. I also had to buy 3 gallons of water. They recommend distilled water. I had to buy Epsom salt and 16 ounces of organic raw apple cider vinegar. I did not have to buy because I already have it here at home. I love apple cider vinegar and I consume it daily anyway. Then they also require that you have 6 ounces of organic cold pressed extra virgin olive oil, which I also had at my house. After you buy all that stuff, you come home and you prepare your 3 gallons of water for the next day. The first one, you're going to pour your entire bottle of Livatrex and then 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Then your second 2 gallons, you're gonna throw in just 1 ounce of apple cider vinegar and then the rest water. So I kind of have a confession to make. I didn't finish my gallons of water. I did finish the gallon with the Livatrex though, which I think is the most important. It was really hard for me to remember to drink the ACV mix, which is what they call the other 2 gallons of water. You're supposed to be just downing those throughout the day. It doesn't taste very good. I usually consume mine with a little bit of honey, so just plain I didn't find very appetizing and therefore forgot about quite often. I don't know if that affected my cleanse, but they also show that they have a degree of leniency. It does say following the diet will give you optimal results, but if you feel that you're unable to follow it, at least try to limit your meat intake to 1 portion every other day for lunch. Eat fish or chicken, avoid red meat, and incorporate healthy diet choices. So based on that leniency, I afforded myself 2 opportunities to eat lots and lots of sushi. I think I did that on the first and on the third days. The other days, I really restricted myself. I mean, I remember eating tons of watermelon. One day I had just chopped zucchini for lunch, as well as an avocado with lime. I was so hungry that day. Another day I had a really nice tossed salad. But yes, I stayed away completely from dairy and completely from gluten. And I also avoided excess sugars, although I did go a few times to Starbucks and get a soy chai latte. Gave up my coffee though, that is very strange for me. So what did I notice during days 1, 2, 3, and 4, which are basically the same. The only thing that changes in those 4 days is the amount of oxy powder and lateral flora pills that you take. I think on the first day it's only 4 and 2, and then on the second, third, and fourth, it's 6 and 4. It was surprising that I did not get a caffeine headache, even though I did not have coffee, because honestly, when I've tried to give up coffee in the past, I do get a caffeine headache and it's pretty rough. So that didn't happen, that was cool. I felt very light, but I mean, yeah, you're gonna feel light. You're not eating any, bread or anything like that. I'm not gonna say I felt extra energetic. I felt pretty normal though. The liver cleanse mix is not tasty. You just down it, but it definitely tastes like medicine. And as I said, the ACV mix, I forgot to drink as much as I should have, so oops. Let's talk about what we all want to hear about, that 5th day, which is the flush day. Now, they recommend a very special soup for you to make for lunch, and so I made sure to have all of these ingredients nearby. The soup is made out of 1 beet, 2 carrots, 1 cup broccoli, 10 garlic cloves, 1/2 onion, 1/4 lemon, 2 bay leaves, 1 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon turmeric, and 1/2 teaspoon oregano. I actually have a clip that I filmed, so I might insert some of that footage here. Yeah, so as soon as I had my watermelon for breakfast, I got to town making this soup for lunch. I remember being so hungry and not feeling very satisfied by the soup. But supposedly all of those vegetables are doing wonders for your liver. Let me just read it from here. It says, to maximize the liver's ability to detox and cleanse, we've chosen a combination of foods which are high in naturally occurring sulfur and glutathione, which help the liver cleanse harmful chemicals. They better be doing something, okay? Because they do not taste good. Your dinner options are very scarce. You can have an avocado, you can have some veggies, you can have another serving of soup, but you are supposed to have dinner at 4 p.m. that day. And I believe I had dinner at 6 or so, and so I just pushed my entire, schedule back 2 hours and did the Epsom salt, which is recommended at 7, at think I did that at 9. Yeah, I did do 2 hours. So at 9 o'clock, you have to mix 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt in 8 ounces of warm water, and then just chug it. That was the least pleasant experience of this whole thing. The taste of Epsom salt in water, I don't know if you guys have ever done that before, not pleasant at all. It was disgusting, and you really, really taste it. And so then they say it is recommended that you be near a bathroom because many people experience liquid stools within 20 to 30 minutes. Ask me if anything happened. No. I was laying there like, well, I feel great. Then 2 hours later, you have to drink 6 ounces of olive oil, which I did, and I'm gonna insert footage just in case you guys don't believe me.
Last swig.
And yes, that was grapefruit juice that I was alternating with so that I could actually get the stuff down. Drinking oil will make you want to puke. So they advise that you lay down on your right side because that's supposed to just help it get right where it needs to go, and just try to avoid puking is basically all they say. So after laying there on my right side for about 15 minutes, I realized that I didn't feel nauseous, that I didn't really have the urge to throw up, and I didn't feel a lot of movement inside where my liver is. So I just thought, wow, I must have an amazing digestive system. I'm handling this like a pro. But I still decided to follow instructions and go to sleep shortly after that. Now, I did wake up at 3 in the morning feeling awful, nauseated, and with a severe urge to throw up, but I managed to hold it all down. But it just, you know, you can taste the olive oil somehow still in your esophagus. I don't know if your esophagus can taste, but if, you know, you can feel it in there. And it's just very uncomfortable. I was so excited that the cleanse was finally over. And I also was very curious to see what would, you know, come out in the toilet the next day. Well, let me tell you, I was concerned about not having a bathroom nearby since I was traveling the next day to my cousin's wedding in North Carolina. But to my surprise, everything was perfectly normal in the morning. What you would expect if you've been eating a whole lot of fruits and vegetables, but I didn't have any sudden urges to go at weird times or find anything strange when I did. You all know that when you go to the bathroom, you turn around and see what you left behind. Don't even play with me. So obviously I was looking for these famous stones to appear, and I found nothing. Let's read what the packet tells us. It says, upon waking, immediately take 6 capsules of oxy powder, which I did before I traveled. It says this will help your intestinal tract and body flush the stones released from the liver and gallbladder during the night. Oh, and gallbladder. I wasn't aware that it's also the gallbladder. It says if you would like to see the stones, they should appear in your bowel movements for 1 to 2 days. We recommend putting a cheap colander over the toilet to collect the stones and then rinse the fecal matter off. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I did not go that far, but I'm pretty sure that just by turning around and looking in there, you should be able to see if there's a weird consistency or a weird texture or like big chunks or anything like that. I can guarantee you it was just your basic bowel movement. I don't know if I've ever talked about this on a video. Oh, this is the last thing that it says I didn't read. You will be amazed at what comes out of you. I can't say I was really amazed, actually. So I would say the main con of this whole experience was that I had built up what was supposed to happen in my head based on what I had read and what I had heard. And at the end, it was a little disappointing to not see the visible proof that I had cleansed, you know, with what I was leaving behind, let's just put it that way. So yeah, I mean, I was expecting to see these crazy chunks of toxins, I guess is what they're supposed to be. And I did not get that. Now that can mean either 1, the cleanse didn't work, 2, I didn't do it right, which I don't know how that would be possible because I followed exactly what they said that I should do. Or 3, I just didn't have stones that had to get washed out, which I'm gonna go with that theory. I mean, I think I'm a pretty healthy person. As I was reading up on it online, it actually says that it's not all that common for people to have stones in their liver, especially in the Western world. So did I do my body a disservice? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that everything that I was consuming was healthy, it was fresh. You know, these pills, I'm pretty sure that they do what they're designed to do, which is bring in and repopulate all that beneficial bacteria, which is always a good thing. So, you know, I'm glad I have these. Will I be doing another liver cleanse? You'd best believe I won't. What about for people that actually need this though? It could be something super beneficial. definitely get online, read the reviews. If any of you guys have actually tried the liver cleanse, I'd love for you to share your experience, your thoughts, your knowledge, anecdotes, anything that can sort of help me understand what maybe I did wrong, or I don't know if it really isn't that common, just like it says online. I know you can't believe everything you read online. This is why I would love to hear from more of you from personal experience. So yeah, that is my review of the Global Healing Center Liver Cleanse. If you guys are interested in doing it, definitely read up on it. You know, look into all different kinds of liver cleanses. Don't just go with the first thing that you hear, the first thing that you read. I am trying to give you guys a well-rounded perspective as well as, you know, my personal experience. But, you know, even if you go on Amazon and look up books about liver cleanse, most people have really, really, really good things to say about them. So, I mean, I'm not saying it has to be with Global Healing Center. You can do your own. There's definitely key ingredients that are involved in getting this done. And maybe I'll write to them and ask them, what does it mean if nothing weird came out of me? Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me on this crazy adventure, and I think I'm gonna go have a big bowl of ice cream. Talk to you later. Hey guys, real quick before I go, I decided to do a giveaway. So I'm buying one liver cleanse kit from Global Healing Center, and I'm going to send it to one lucky winner. All you have to do to participate is like this video and comment below one thing that you found interesting about it. I know, I'm a big sissy and I complain about things not tasting good and having to deprive myself of food. I'm sorry, but I really, really feel a lot better. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Now I'm really gonna say bye.